Y'all doing good, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing to my channel. And while you're at it, smash that like button for me. I really would appreciate it. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a new video. Be careful down in the comment section of the videos. A lot of spam, a lot of scammers. I will never ask you to contact me by WhatsApp or Telegram. I also do not invest money for my subscribers. So please be careful. Don't get yourself scammed. Hey guys, if you want to keep up with me when I'm not on the airwaves of YouTube, do me a big favor. Get down in the description box. Click on that Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram link and give me a follow on Instagram. And then send me a DM to let me know that you're rocking with me so that I can say thank you. Well, guys, I appreciate y'all taking some time out of your Saturday morning and come rock with your boy. I'm on the move, doing a little bit of traveling. I'm in Boulder, Colorado right now, chilling. Got out this morning and got a beautiful walk in, man. These mountains, I'm telling y'all guys, if you've never been to Colorado, I can't speak for all of Colorado, but I can tell you the little part that I come to, which is Boulder, Colorado, and all the other little surrounding areas. Listen, do yourself a favor. Get to Boulder, Colorado, and take in these mountains, man. Oh my goodness. The mountains are incredible. I'm going out later today and I'm gonna get out there and do a little sightseeing. I'm gonna go see some of these mountains, man. Got out this morning and got me a walk and got to see them. Got this fresh air, got some exercise in. Y'all know I gotta keep the temple strong. So I'm out doing a little bit of exercise this morning and just taking in the beautiful mountains, man. It's just so tranquil and so peaceful for a guy like me. And I'm also gonna be looking at some real estate here because I told y'all I'm gonna be buying a place in Colorado, specifically the Boulder, Colorado area. Now, there's a lot of towns and cities around Boulder that are equally as nice. But of course, you know, University of Colorado at Boulder is where Coach Prime is. And so that's like my big brother. So, you know, I want to be able to, you know, stay connected to Coach Prime but more importantly, even though, you know, one of the reasons why I'm here is because of Coach Prime. I wanted to come see him before the football season starts. It's going to get crazy, right? Don't get me wrong. I'm going to come to some football games too, but I want to check him out, hang out with him before, you know, the madness starts next week. Cause I think their first game is, August 29th. I think that's their first game. Oh, by the way, guess what? That's Rocket Ship Day. For you Nvidians who rock with me, you'll know that's Rocket Ship Day. We call that launch day. August 29th is launch day. So we're going to talk about August 28th, but August 29th is launch day for the Nvidians. And if you don't know what a Nvidian is, I may explain it to you. Matter of fact, I will explain it to you. So see, we have this financial community on Patreon that I started about 4 months ago. And when I started that financial community, it was about what? Traditional investing, right? Buy and hold, big boy blue chip, long term. That's the strategy we use in the Wealth Builders Private Mentorship Club. That's the strategy we use to transfer wealth to us and our family. That's the strategy we use. Now, within that strategy, of course, we want to be diversified. We don't want to have all our eggs in one basket. Nvidians, we do not keep all of our eggs in one basket. We don't do that. Wealth builders, we do not keep all of our eggs in one basket. We are diversified, but we also understand we have a goal. And what's that goal? Get to financial freedom, right? And we also understand that if we're going to get to financial freedom, we're going to have to take some calculated risks. And that's what we do. We buy big boy blue chip equities, stocks, ETFs. We know there's a risk in doing that, but we've accepted that risk because we know we have no other option. There is no other option. You either build wealth or you don't. In our country, 99% of the people don't build wealth. That's why only 1% of the people control 99% of the wealth. See, we know that as Nvidians. We know that as wealth builders. So we have to take it upon ourselves to make sure we transfer wealth from the 1% to us. And ain't nothing wrong with that because the 1% got 99% of the wealth. They not going to miss a little bit that goes to the Nvidians. They're not going to miss a little bit of wealth that comes to the wealth builders. That's what we do. Now, why Nvidian? Why? Because we have a big boy blue chip, 900-pound gorilla that we like. And ain't nothing wrong with us liking a particular company. We like Nvidia or Nvidia. We like that company. We all understand, none of us are experts. We all understand the risk associated with buying a company like that. But we also understand when we do our homework and we look at the history of the company, this is not a company that just popped up overnight. This company has been in existence since 1993. And since 2016 to 2024, it did a 12x on its revenues. It went from 5 billion to 60 billion in 8 years. Phenomenal growth, right? So what we decided to do is we felt like, you know something, we like that growth. Maybe this company can do it again. And that's what we did. That's what we did. We decided, hey, maybe this company can do it again. Let's see. Let's try them out. And that's what we did. We started buying shares of this company about 4-5 months ago. Started buying shares and everybody got behind this thing. And again, guys, this is not me telling people what to buy. People go buy this stock on their own. They go do their own research. And why wouldn't you take an opportunity to get in on a artificial intelligence industry that could be a $1 trillion industry? It could be a $5 trillion industry. And guess who the leader is in that industry? At least from the chip standpoint, which is the most important part of the industry, is the chip part. Nvidia. They control 80-90% of the market share for chips. They got the best chips in the world. So it makes sense to us as Nvidians that we would take a portion of our portfolio, not all of it, but a portion of our portfolio, and dedicate it to this company that we believe can grow over time. And when it grows, we grow. When they grow revenue, they grow profitability, the stock price goes up, we grow. We've taken that concept and decided to move forward with it. And we've nicknamed ourselves Nvidians. Over in the private mentorship club, we got some heavyweights over there. We got people over there who are brand new, and we got people over there that have been doing this investing thing for a minute. And they all help each other, right? Not trying to be experts, but just helping each other. Helping each other get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. And that's what wealth builders / Nvidians do. We help each other get to the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Now, if you want to be a part of that, you know what you got to do. Go down to the description box, click on the website. www.richardfain.net is my website. Now, through that website, you can click on the membership button. You can click on the join button and become a wealth builder. Now, you don't necessarily have to buy any stock in any company. You don't have to buy Nvidia. You don't have to buy any company. You can buy ETFs. You can do whatever you want to do. It's your wealth building plan. This is just a community of financial people who want to help you, and they want you to help them. Whatever you buy for your investment portfolio is your business. We don't tell you what to buy. You got to do whatever you want to do. But over in the private mentorship club, we got a good 1,000 people over there that are, just loving on each other, man. When it comes to this financial thing, we ain't got no animosity. We ain't trying to sell people nothing. We ain't trying to upsell people nothing. We ain't trying to tell people what to do. We're just saying, hey guys, this is what we're doing, and we having fun with it, guys. In our community chat over there, we have so much fun. I scroll through that thing all day long just laughing. Some of the memes and things that they be doing over there in that private mentorship club is just so funny, but it's such good energy because building wealth should be fun. It shouldn't be some tedious, oh golly, I gotta look at this chart. Shouldn't be the sad thing. It should be fun. And man, them wealth builders, them Nvidians make it fun, man, with the memes and the stuff that they be brewing over there in that community chat is just crazy. Matter of fact, I was laying in bed here at the hotel last night and I was going through it. Now, Florida time is 2 hours ahead of here in Colorado. So it was like 1 in the morning Florida time, but it was like 11 o'clock here because they're 2 hours back in Boulder, at least where I'm at. I'm laying in bed, man, scrolling through the community chat and just laughing. It's so funny. It's so funny, but we have a good time and we build wealth. Now, also got some digital products on the website as well. So check out the 10 digital products handpicked by me. Check those out too, because they're incredible products. Over 1,000 of you guys have decided to make an investment in yourself and tried out the digital products. Over 1,000, so thank you. Over 300,000 of you guys have already been to the website, so thank you. All organic. And then out of that, we got 1,000 wealth builders. And just yesterday, we added probably another 20 wealth builders. Every day, man, we add them. Why? Because people want to be in community. People want to be a part of a movement that's a positive movement that's going to put money in their pocket, that's going to build wealth for them. People want to be a part of that. We don't guarantee you wealth over there, but what we will guarantee you over there is you're going to have a good time and you're going to have 1,000 people supporting you. You're going to have people supporting you. That's all we can guarantee you. We can't guarantee you're going to get rich. We can't guarantee you're going to get nothing. What we can guarantee you is you're going to be around a group of people who are going to encourage you to take the necessary steps you need to take to build wealth. See, ain't nobody going to build wealth for you guys. I don't know why some people think it's somebody else's responsibility to build wealth for them. It's not. It's not my responsibility to build wealth for you. It's not my responsibility to tell you what to do. It's not my responsibility to tell you when to sell or buy or any of that stuff. That's not my responsibility. That's your responsibility. And when you realize that, you will open up a whole new world for yourself. When you realize it's up to you, nobody else, I don't care how much experience you got or how little you got. It doesn't matter. It's your responsibility. Right? So over in the Wealth Builders, that's what we do. We help encourage you to do homework, think about what you want to accomplish, and then apply that to companies. And one of the companies we love and like is Nvidia. Nvidia. We do. And we buy a lot of the stock, but we all understand the risk that we're taking buying this stock. That's the reason why we do not keep all of our eggs in one basket. Now, guys, if you want to take advantage of a wonderful offer from Mumu, which is down in the description box, first link, Mumu, my self-directed brokerage app that I'm using over the next 10 years to 10x my net worth, they're going to offer you 20 free stocks, up to 20 free stocks when you open a new Mumu brokerage account. And if you put $100 in that Mumu brokerage account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks. If you put $1,000 in your new Mumu brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free publicly traded stocks. Guys, nobody else out here in the marketplace is giving you that. No one's going to give it to you. Nobody else is going to give you 20 free stocks for putting $1,000 in your brokerage account. And then you can take that $1,000 and go buy ETFs, individual stocks. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And they're going to give you 20 free stocks for just trying out their brokerage app. Nobody else on the planet is doing that for you. So if you want to take advantage of that, get down in the description box and click on that Mumu link. Open up your Mumu account today. Go get that free stock. Go get that free money. And listen, if you're somebody that's new and are not familiar with how to use brokerage apps, then send me an email to my website, www.richardfain.net. Send me an email and let me know that you've opened the Mumu account and that you need some tutorial help. You need some training. I'm going to send you 2 tutorial videos done by the good folks at Mumu, not Richard Fain, not the Wealth Builders, not the Nvidians. It's done by Mumu, the people who actually own the brokerage app. It's their brokerage app. They did it because they know people don't know how to use these things. How do they know that? Because 99% of people control 1% of the wealth. That's how they know. Ain't nobody's dumb. I mean, 150 million Americans don't have a retirement savings. So you don't got to be a rocket scientist to figure out people don't invest. People don't build wealth. They don't. 150 million adults with no kind of retirement savings. Come on, man. Y'all know that's ridiculous. But that's what we got here in this country. Why? Because 1% of the people control 99% of the wealth. We want to change that. And if you want to change that in your life, you need to get down in the description box and click on the Mumu link. Because I know a bunch of y'all on here watching the live stream ain't built no wealth. Or it's not significant. The good news is it's not too late. There's an opportunity for you to get yourself in the game. August 28th, in my opinion, and some of the Nvidians' opinion, is going to change the game for the stock market. We believe that. We ain't got no proof of it, but we do got history on our side. We do understand what hyperscalers, these big gigantic companies who are trying to scale up their artificial intelligence infrastructure. We know they've already went on record and said to the world that they're going to continue buying chips. No matter what Wall Street thinks, they don't care what Wall Street thinks. They're going to keep buying chips. So if you're going to keep buying chips and never went on record and said that, I mean, you got a built-in revenue stream. So Nvidia is going to take advantage of that. They already got the #1 chip in the world, which is the Hopper. H1, H100, H200. They already got the best chip in the world right now. Plus they're coming out with Blackwell, and then they're going to come out in 26 with Rubin. Listen, man, August 28th is earnings day for Nvidia. They're going to be coming out at the close of the market on August 28th, which is Wednesday, next Wednesday. Wednesday coming. When the market closes, Nvidia is going to come out with their Q2 2025, fiscal year 2025 Q2 earnings. Now, it's widely expected that they will beat expectations. None of us know if they will beat or if they beat or not beat. We don't know, guys. All we can do is look at history and what history says. History says they got a good chance of beating. Experts, analysts, experts are saying they got a good chance of beating. And I'm going to walk you through some information right here, what the analysts, the experts are saying. We are just regular people thinking we have an opportunity to do something special if this company continues to do what it does. That's all we know. We're not experts on Nvidia. We're not experts on the stock market. We're not experts on nothing other than just trying to put our money with a company that has the potential to grow our money. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to be experts here, right? We're just trying to be people who understand if we don't do something to build our wealth, we're going to be stuck like Chuck. We're going to be stuck like Chuck down the road. So we got to do something to build our wealth, or we're going to be stuck like Chuck. If y'all don't know who stuck like Chuck is, go look it up. You don't want to be stuck like Chuck. You don't want to be stuck like Chuck, man. Please don't get stuck like Chuck, right? But you will be stuck like Chuck if you don't do something to build you some wealth. Because Social Security ain't going to help you. It's not enough. It's not enough. You playing the Powerball every week. That ain't a plan. You might think it's a plan, but it ain't a plan. It ain't a plan, guys. A plan is you taking your money that you earn, not spending it to make the 1% wealthy, but taking that money and putting it in companies that can take you to the moon, that have a historical track record of taking people to the moon. See, here's the thing, guys. For the Nvidians, we got this rocket ship. We got a rocket ship. And that rocket ship, the name of that rocket ship is all the investments that we've invested in order to get us to our financial freedom. The investments are the rocket ship, guys, because I know a lot of y'all keep asking me, well, what's the rocket ship? What does that mean? The rocket ship are the investments that we invest in, guys. That's the rocket ship. See, over on the wealth builders and the Nvidians, we have a rocket ship. Now, a part of our rocket ship is a company called Nvidia, but we also have other companies, many of them. We have other ETFs. So we have these investments that we call a rocket ship. We believe those rocket ships, ship will take off on August 28th. Why August 28th? Because we believe Nvidia is the most important stock of 2024. It's the most important stock. And this earnings report rather, is the most important earnings report of 2024. See, we believe that. We believe Nvidia is the most important stock of 24, and we believe this August 28th earnings report by Nvidia is the most important earnings report of 2024. And we believe our investments take off on that day. So that's why I'm asking you, if you don't have a rocket ship, get you some before August 28th if you want to be a part of this movement. Now, is it too late if you don't get anything? I'm not going to listen to this guy on YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and wait until November. Then you can do that too. Nothing wrong with that. It's your financial freedom. I just believe for my financial freedom, August 28th is going to be a game changer. Do I know that for a fact? Absolutely not. It may go the other way. But the history of the stock market tells me, I've been doing this for 30 years, guys, on my own, not investing for other people, but 30 years for myself, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm nowhere close to that. I don't play one on YouTube. I'm not one in real life. I don't have a CFP. I don't have any of that. But what I have been doing over 30 years is finding companies and ETFs, groups of companies. So ETFs, guys, are groups of companies in one investment. An individual stock is just one company. Nvidia is an individual stock, but I can also go by the S&P 500, which is a group of stocks. It's 500 stocks, AKA companies. So I got many different ways I can invest, right? I can invest in individual stocks. I can invest in ETFs that have groups of stocks. I can invest in bonds. I can invest in whatever, crypto. I can invest in gold. I can buy real estate. I can do a multitude of things to multiply money. I personally choose paper assets. And the reason I choose paper assets is because in my opinion, it's the easiest way, in my opinion, to build wealth at this particular moment that we're in. Now, 10 years from now, it may be something different. But right now, I believe it's the easiest way for me personally to build my wealth, to multiply my wealth while I sleep. And that's what has done. Now, this thing ain't even took off yet, and I already made $250,000 in Nvidia. Already. That's what I've made already. Just at $129 and a couple cents. It closed on Friday at like $129 and some change. With that close on Friday, my portfolio is up $250,000 already. So I could parachute out this thing and call it a day if I wanted to. Why don't I parachute out? Because I know I need more than that. I need like 20 times that. I mean, that's great, but I need like 20 times that. So I'm gonna stay in this thing long term until I get it. So other Nvidians, they have a different idea. Some of the wealth builders will parachute out this thing at a certain dollar amount on the stock price. They'll parachute out, and that's okay, because we all got a different idea of what this company or our companies or all of our investments can do for us. Now, I talk a lot about Nvidia because that's the hot stock, and I'm very excited about it. I got a very large position in that company compared to my standards. Now, there are people out there that got millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of shares of these stock guys. There's one person like 2 weeks ago just bought, what did they buy? They bought over 1 million shares of this stock. It cost them 118 million. That was like 2 weeks ago. They bought it at 100. Matter of fact, I don't even know if it was 2 weeks ago. It might have been like a week ago. They may have sold it already. I don't know, because that's big boy. That's 1%er activity right there. When you can go in and buy 1 million shares of a stock and spend $118 million. They did that when Nvidia was at 116 a share. They could have parachuted out and made a bunch of money. Y'all already know Nancy Pelosi bought 20,000 shares of Nvidia. She bought 10,000 shares around July 2nd. She bought another 10,000 shares around July 28th. She's still in the stock. Why? Why? That's what I'm saying. So for me, I'm long-term in this thing. I don't try to tell you guys what I do to brag or boast. I'm just telling you the power of what I believe this thing can do. I've been in this thing really, let's be honest. I've been in this thing probably like I'm in right now for less than 2 months. And I made $250,000. Now, it ain't realized because I haven't sold the stock, but it's unrealized. And the reason it continues to be unrealized is because I believe I can realize more. So ain't no need me to realizing nothing right now. I'm gonna keep it unrealized and get more, and then it can be realized. 20 times down the road, then we'll realize it. 10 times down the road, I don't know, another 5 times, whatever. We'll keep it unrealized right now. It's just paper money, right? We'll turn it into real money down the road. But right now it's paper money, and it makes me feel great about the investment that I made. And I know a lot of the Nvidians and the wealth builders feel the same way, right? See, in order to put yourself in a position at some point in your life, guys, where you can have more time, more freedom, and more choices, you better build some wealth some kind of way. Maybe it's not paper assets. Maybe it's real estate. I don't know. Maybe it's a business that you scale up and then you sell it. And that's your golden parachute. I don't know. My golden parachute is my investment portfolio. At this point in my life, my golden parachute is my investment portfolio. So I'm gonna do everything in my power to continue to build that portfolio over the next 10 years because that's my golden parachute. Right now, I own 2 pieces of real estate, and I'm gonna buy another piece of real estate here in Boulder, Colorado. So that'll give me 3 pieces of real estate that I own. 2 properties in Florida, 1 in Boulder. But none of them are gonna have tenants in them. They're just my properties. So they're gonna be dead assets. There'll be equity built up in those properties, but I can't do anything with it because I don't rent it out. And that's okay. So I don't use real estate right now, guys, to really build my nest egg. What I really use to build my nest egg right now is the stock market and my business. I have a business that I use as well to create income. So I use my business, I create income from my business. I take that income from my business that I create and I put it in the stock market. And that's what I do. I earn every day by trading time for money, adding value to the marketplace. And when the marketplace likes my value that I add, I make money. The more value I add, the more money I make from my day job. My night job is, I don't have no night job. My night job probably is the stock market because when I'm sleeping at night, it's making money for me. My day job that I do for a few hours here on the YouTube channel and in the private mentorship club, I don't call that work, man. I love doing this. That's why I do it every day. That's why I do it every day, and I do it 2 or 3 times a day, is because I actually love what I do. So it's not really work, right? I take an hour and a half and I do a live stream every morning. And then I do a video in the afternoon. So for me, it's 3 or 4 hours a day that I'm doing something that I extremely love. And I'm able to take care of the things that I need to take care of in my life financially. Plus, I get to take a lot of money and put it in paper assets to multiply itself. So my point in telling you that is, listen, if you got to earn income, guys, you can build wealth. You can't build wealth without some type of income. You can't. Now, maybe you say, well, Richard, I don't have a job, I don't have a company, but I got $1 million in the bank. Then you can build wealth. You already got wealth. Now, if you already got wealth, can you build wealth? Yes. But if I'm sitting here in front of this camera saying I ain't got no job, I ain't got no savings, but I'm gonna build wealth. No, you're not. You better get some income. Your number 1 tool to build wealth is income. Or if you already have wealth and you want to continue to build that wealth, then you can use that too. But you can't just be sitting here with nothing and think you're gonna build wealth without getting money. It takes income to build wealth. So all I'm telling you is think about what you're doing, think about where you're at in your life right now, and think about, how do I build wealth? I need income. The more value I add to the marketplace, the more income I make. That's what you should be saying to yourself. How can I add the most value to the marketplace? How can I do that? And then if you do that, boom, you can take that money and put it in assets to build wealth. Now let's jump on this concept. This concept of August 28th. Let me run you through what some of the experts are saying. For some of you folks that may be thinking to yourself, hey, I hear this guy talking about this, but he ain't no expert. He just a guy on YouTube. I don't know if I want to listen to him. I understand that perfectly. But maybe you'll listen to some of these experts. Let me walk you through it. Prediction. This is what the article says. This is the headline. Prediction. You'll likely wish you bought Nvidia stock hand over fist before August 28th. That's the headline now. This is coming from Yahoo Finance. Not Richard Fain Finance. It's not coming from Richard Fain Finance. This is coming from Yahoo Finance. And if you don't know who they are, just go Google them. They're big boy in this space. Big boy in this space, right? Here's what the article says. Though Nvidia has been one of the hottest stocks on the market in 2024 with terrific gains of 118%, that was as of this article. This article came out about 10 days ago. Of course, the stock price is higher now, so the annual ROI is higher too. I think the last time I checked, the annual ROI right now was about 160%, based on the little rally that we've had with the stock. But based on this article, when it was written, it was about 118. So it's about 10 days old. The recent share price action suggests that investor confidence in the stock has become a bit shaky. Now, they were saying that, like I said, this was about 10 days ago. And people still think it's shaky. People still think it's shaky. People still think this thing is overpriced, it's over this, it's over that. That's not going to go away. People still think that, guys. I just choose not to think that. I just choose to think the possibilities are unlimited. That's how I think, though. That's how I'm wired. After all, shares of Nvidia retreated more than 20% since hitting its 52-week high on June 20. Remember, this was about 10 days ago, and that's correct. The stock's retreat can be attributed to multiple factors, such as the growing fears of a recession in the U.S. following a weaker than expected jobs report, doubts about Nvidia's ability to sustain its growth, and concerns of artificial intelligence could indeed turn out to be a major catalyst for tech giants that are pouring huge amounts of money into this technology. Now, let's go back really quick and address some of these issues from 10 days ago. Let's talk about this one. Fears of recession following a weaker than expected jobs report. Now, when the jobs report came out early this month, it was weak. But what we've had since then is we've had retail sales reports that show retail sales was up 1%. So we had a retail sales report that came out that showed retail sales were up. So that was good. We also have had several reports, weekly reports, that have come out about unemployment, the jobless claim report. Basically, there were fewer people filing for unemployment. So since the job report came out, we've had some more reports that have come out, some weekly reports over the last couple of weeks looking at the unemployment, or what they call the jobless report. That's people that are actually applying for unemployment. That number has come down over the last couple of weeks. We've also had the CPI and the PPI inflation reports that also show inflation incrementally coming down, right? So yeah, earlier in the month, there were some concerns about the labor market. There were some concerns about unemployment rate going to 4.3, and there still are, guys. We're not out of the woods yet. There still are concerns. But what you got to understand is we also have some reports that show those concerns are not as big as a lot of people would like to make them. Now, could they turn into big concerns? Absolutely. That's the reason why the Federal Reserve will be reducing interest rates in September. See, the thing you got to understand is when they reduce interest rates, it stimulates the economy because it becomes really, really inexpensive to borrow money. And when people and companies borrow money, they tend to put it back into the economy, which does what? It kickstarts growth in the economy. So interest rates are very important. In this whole scheme of things we're talking about with the stock market, interest rates are important because the lower interest rates are, you introduce a new money supply to the market. A guy like me will go out and borrow money when it's 3%. I'll go borrow a couple $100,000. I'll take that couple $100,000 and I'll go get me 8% on it. I borrowed it at 3, I go get 8. Net, I made 5% on money that didn't belong to me. It belonged to the bank. Guys like me, gals like me will utilize those funds, those cheap monies to make money. That's what stimulates the economy, guys. So interest rates are important. What did we learn yesterday from Chair Powell at Jackson Hole, the Economic Symposium? We got language from him that rates are gonna be decreased. We just don't know about how much in September, but they're coming down. That's good news. Now, what does the market say? Okay, we got 100% that they're gonna reduce rates in September. Now that money supply that's getting ready to come back into the economy when they reduce these rates over the next 2 years are gonna be big dollars. People can take those big dollars that they borrow for cheap and put them into assets that they can get a better return on the assets. See, that's why, guys, when interest rates go down, assets go up because people take cheap money and they buy assets. They take cheap money and they buy assets. That's what's going to be happening here in the next couple of years. So put yourself in position. These assets are going to go up, guys. Assets go up when interest rates go down. That's one of the reasons why, I'm talking about this August 28th, right? August 28th, in my opinion, is one of the catalysts for the stock market because of the Nvidia earnings report being one of the most important earnings report of the year. And Nvidia being one of the most important companies of the year. Then followed by that, on September 17th and 18th, when the Fed meets, they're going to reduce rates. All I'm telling you guys, if you're looking for growth, if you're looking to change something in your financial life, you got to get in position now. You're going to miss the growth. What if you were in position now? Let's just do a hypothetical. Let's say you get in position right now and you buy an S&P 500 ETF. Let's say you buy SPLG. Let's say SPLG is trading at $65 a share right now. Matter of fact, let's not say, let's go see what SPLG is trading at. I just want to give you an example of what I'm talking about, guys. Just a quick example, SPLG. So right now, SPLG is trading at $66.10. What do you think it was trading at 2 weeks ago? Somebody in the chat tell me what it was trading at 2 weeks ago. I would say it was below 60. It was below 60, right? I would say it was below 60. Now, all of a sudden today, it's up to 66. It closed on Friday at 66. But I believe a couple of weeks ago, and I know it was there because I was buying it. I was buying SPLG when it was under $60 a share. So all I'm telling you is, all you got to do, man, is think about SPLG. Let's say SPLG right now is $66 a share. Let's say Nvidia has a good earnings report and it boosts the entire stock market. The entire S&P goes up. Let's say the entire S&P goes up because of this FOMO, this optimism that this great company brings into the entire stock market because of its earnings. And then that wave kicks the S&P 500 index up to, currently it closed at, I believe it closed on Friday above 5,600. Let's get, kicks it up to 58. Let's say it kicks SPLG up to 70 a share. By being in now, you're getting valuable dollars per share, guys, as this thing go up. That's all I'm saying. I'm not your financial advisor, guys, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you, if you're looking for an opportunity to do something, listen, do it. Don't delay. Act today. That's all I'm saying. Don't delay. Act today, and make something different happen in your life. Don't delay. Act today. That's all I'm telling you, man. Because here's the thing: if we don't do something, to change our financial situation in our life, guys, that's on us. That's not on anybody else. That's on us. We can't blame anybody but us. So what I'm trying to tell you here is there's an opportunity. I don't want you to get caught up in a lot of the things that people are saying out here. What you got to figure out is, what's the historical data that supports me putting my hard-earned money in this company? And if you can come up with that, if you can come up with a compelling reason, then my opinion is you move forward. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. You move forward. Nvidia is one of, let's talk about TSMC, which is the foundry in Taiwan that Nvidia uses predominantly for its chips. Let's talk about what this company has done, because that gives you some idea of what potentially Nvidia can do, since that's its biggest supplier, right? That's Nvidia's biggest supplier, Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing. So, TSM, popularly known as TSMC, is a semiconductor foundry that manufactures chips from fabless chip makers such as Nvidia. A fabless chip maker designs and sells semiconductors, while the actual manufacturing is done by foundries such as TSMC. Now, TSMC had a pretty good Q2. They had a pretty good Q2. It says right here, Nvidia is one of TSMC's key clients. Nvidia is one of TSMC's key clients, accounting for 11% of its revenue in 23. So Nvidia accounted for 11% of this company's revenue. So I would say that is a key client. TSMC has been working with Nvidia to help it produce more AI chips and reduce the long waiting times. More specifically, TSMC plans to increase its advanced chip packaging capacity at an annual rate of 60% through 2026 to meet the robust demand for high-performance chips needed in AI data centers. Now, let me ask you a question. Why would this company be wanting to ramp up 60% more production by 2026 if this thing didn't have there were no buyers? Why would they do that? Well, they wouldn't. They're ramping up because there are buyers. There are hyperscalers out there who are going to spend money on this stuff, guys. You got hyperscalers. You got about 5 hyperscalers. In my opinion, I read this. You got 5 hyperscalers who are going to spend over $300 billion by 2030 on building out AI infrastructure. 5 of them. They're going to spend about $300 billion over the next basically 5.5 years. I'm just saying, guys, the market's there, right? The market's there. That's the reason why TSMC is going to be ramping up production. You do know they got a factory here in the United States that they're getting ready to open soon. Yeah, big old gigantic factory in Arizona. Yeah, I don't know, some of y'all didn't know that, but they do. Big gigantic factory. So this whole concept of the United States is going to sanction this and sanction that. No, TSMC, in partnership with the United States, they got this factory in Arizona that they're getting ready to open. So chip making is coming back to America. It's just going to be done by one of the best chip makers in the world, which is TSMC. That makes smart sense, right? So all I'm telling you, there's a huge market out here, guys. There's a long runway for companies like Nvidia, AMD, Broadcom, SMCI, all these. There's a long runway, guys. So all I'm telling you is, if potentially you believe this can help you do something in your financial life, get ahead of it. Get ahead of it. Get yourself ahead of it. So TSMC revenue in July increased by 45%. So when they came out with their Q2 numbers, their revenue increased by 45%. July, it increased by 45% from a year ago to almost 257 billion new Taiwan dollars, or 7.9 billion US dollar terms. So 7.9 billion in US dollars. TSMC's monthly revenue increased at a much faster pace than consensus expectations. 37% growth in Q3. So Q3, these, you got to understand, these companies have different fiscal years. So their fiscal year may start in February. Another company's fiscal year might start in March. You know, it's different. So when you hear them say Q3, I just think to myself Q2. But that's how I keep it in perspective. But the Q3 numbers, 37% growth, suggesting that it could well be on track to deliver better than expected results next time. But at the same time, TSMC's surging revenue growth over the past 3 months is also an indicator of a potentially strong showing from Nvidia when it releases its fiscal 2025 second quarter results for the 3-month ending July 28th. On August 28th, TSMC's revenue increased 30% in May, followed by 33% in June, and even better showing last month in July. So you got this foundry who makes these fabless chips. They're killing it. Month of April, 30% revenue growth. Month of June, 33% revenue growth. Month of July was even better than the month of June. But now you got one of their biggest clients, Nvidia, getting ready to come out with its results. If they had those kind of results, this is how I think. If they had those kind of results, what do you think Nvidia is going to do? See, that's how I think. When I look at this whole picture, guys, that's what I think. I think, goodness gracious, if TSMC had those kind of results, if AMD had the kind of results AMD had when it just came out with its Q2 numbers, what do you think Nvidia is going to have when they control all the market share, when they're the 900-pound gorilla? So here's the thing. Here's the thing, guys. Consider it. Consider making a move before August 28th. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you, consider it. I'm asking you to consider paper assets. Consider it. Now you got today, which is Saturday, 24th. You got the 25th. Then you'll have the 26th, which is Monday, 27th. So my recommendation, or want you to think about, is for those people that are brand new, that aren't taking advantage of this potential opportunity, consider it. Get down to the description box, click on the Mumu link, open up the Mumu account. You can get that opened up today. You can get the tutorial videos from me today. If you open your account, you send me the email, go ahead and make your transfer today. Now your transfer, depending upon if you're using a credit union, a big boy bank, a little small community bank, it takes time for those people to send those transfers, guys. It's not Mumu. It's not Mumu who's stopping your transfer from coming through, guys. Why would a brokerage platform block or delay getting money into their brokerage ecosystem? It don't make sense, guys. Brokerage companies don't delay getting money into their brokerage. That's your bank. It ain't the brokerage company, it's your bank. Why would a brokerage company say, no, Bank of America, that's too quick. Delay it. Send it in 2 days. It's just, we got to use common sense, right? Sometimes we just got to sit back and use common sense. It's not Mumu who's stopping your money from coming to them. Why would they do that? Mumu makes money off of they make money off of deal flow. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, go out and do a little research. This is how they make money. They make money off deal flow. So guess how deal flow works? Deal flow works this way. Richard Fain money comes into Richard Fain's brokerage account. Richard Fain now wants to buy Nvidia stock. Richard Fain goes on the Mumu brokerage app and he says, okay, give me 10 shares of Nvidia stock. Then guess what Mumu does? Mumu goes out and finds those 10 shares very quickly in a matter of a second. They go find them from somebody. 9 out of 10 times they don't go find them from Nvidia. See, I know some of us say, oh, golly, they go right to Nvidia. No, they don't. No, they go to somebody else that already got the Nvidia stock and that's willing to sell them for my $10 a share. But it all happens in a split second. That's deal flow. How do they get paid? They get a couple pennies off of every transaction that goes through that deal flow. Whoever they're buying the shares from, I don't know, but more than likely they're not coming from Nvidia. They're probably coming from somewhere else, a big old institution that has a block of these shares that are willing to sell them, or somebody else. That's deal flow. Now, again, guys, I'm no expert here. I'm just a guy on YouTube. You're more than welcome to go out and do your own research. I'm just telling you what my little limited knowledge of what deal flow is, but that's how they get paid. They don't get paid. So my point is, the more deal flow they have, the more they make. So why would they not want your money to come in to get more deal flow? It just don't make sense. It's your bank. Back to my point. You can get down to the description box, open up your Mumu account today, and get yourself in position for this run. Now, Richard, can you guarantee a run? No, I can't guarantee you nothing but death and taxes. It's the only thing I can guarantee you. Death and taxes are the only two things I can guarantee you in this life. I cannot guarantee you this thing will run. But what's your other option? Tell me what your other option is. Somebody help me out with your other option. Tell me what your other option is. Work for somebody for the rest of your life? The lottery? That's the option? Or just sit around and just say, hey, I'll never do it. I'll never get there. I'm just going to work for the rest of my life. My point is, guys, in life, we're going to have to take some risks. We're going to have to take some calculated risks. I've taken a lot of calculated risks in my life, and it's gotten me to where I'm at today, where I control 100% of my time. I control all my financial power. I control it. I control every second of my day. But I don't get there unless I take some calculated risks. I could have still been in banking right now, going to work 40, 50 hours a week if I had never taken any risks. At 56 years old, still working 50, 60 hours a week. For me, that wasn't a life that I wanted to lead at 50, in my 50s. In my 50s, I wanted to lead a leisure life and be able to do things that I wanted to do and make money how I wanted to make it and not have any limitations on how much I could make. And that's what I put myself in a position to do that. You got to put yourself in a position to be able to do the things that you want to do. But I believe assets can help you get there. So the key is getting yourself down in that description box, click on that Mumu link, and getting yourself in position. Put some money in that account, get yourself up to 20 free stocks. Send me an email today. You need to send me an email today and say, Richard, send me them tutorial videos. I'm going to spend this weekend, and I'm going to make my transfer this weekend. I know my bank, it's going to take a few days for my bank to get the money over. It ain't Mumu. It ain't Mumu stopping your money from coming in, guys. I know y'all want to blame Mumu, but it is not. It's your bank. That's who it is. Nobody, no receiver of money controls when the money comes in. That comes from the transmitter of the money. The transmitter of the money controls that. Just saying. So what you can do is go ahead and do me a big favor. Do yourself a big favor, really. Get yourself signed up for Mumu today. Lock it in. Send me the email to my website. Learn the app, how to use it. Make your transfer this weekend as well. And then by Monday or Tuesday, keep your fingers crossed that your bank send the money to them, right? And then you're in a position. Now you're in a position to start doing what? Taking some of this money that you're earning and start investing it into your future. Whatever you buy is up to you. Now, if you want, I can send you my wealth transfer blueprints, and it'll outline all the investments that I'm buying so that you at least know what I'm doing. You can copy my plan or you can create your own plan, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't tell you what to buy, when to buy, how to buy, when to sell, all that stuff. I can't tell you that. All I can tell you is this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm doing it. And if you want to copy that plan, you can. Many people have. And I don't take no responsibility for any of that because they know that's their decision to do that. I don't take money from people investing for them. I don't tell people, oh yeah, you need to go get 10 shares of this or 10 shares of that. I don't do that. I've never done that to anybody, and nobody will ever tell you that. What I will tell people is if you want an opportunity to change something in your financial life, it's up to you to change it. And whatever activities you're doing right now and yielding the results that you're getting, if you keep doing those activities, you're going to keep getting those results. It's that simple, right? It's that simple. It is that simple. Let me see here what I got here in this chat. I ain't even looked over here in y'all on the little chat. I don't think I can move the chat up. I don't even know how to move the chat up. The chat's stuck. So, all right, guys, we've talked a little bit about why I think August 28th is a. And again, guys, I can't speak for you. I can only tell you why it's important for me. I honestly, I can't speak for nobody else. I can only tell you why it's important for me. It's important for me because I think it gives my portfolio an opportunity to go higher. Just because of the FOMO and the optimism around this company, I just think it gives me the option to go higher. So yeah, I think that's why I'm excited about it. And I just think, you know, for people who are looking to change something, get something in their life, yeah, that's what I would say. All right, let's do this right here. There we go. What is this going on? All right, now, don't get yourself excommunicated out of the chat. Don't let me catch you in here in the chat. Let me see what y'all in here talking about, because I may have to excommunicate some people. I tell you, man, I just, you know, let me just say this. For 150 million people in this country to be broke, no money in retirement savings, y'all do a lot of unproductive stuff in the chat. I mean, I just cannot believe all these people in the chat, just all this unproductive stuff y'all do. Instead of y'all listening and trying to change something in your life, y'all sit around here in the chat and talk about just goofy stuff. Oh my goodness. Y'all gonna have a crazy retirement, boy. Some of y'all gonna have a really, really, really crazy retirement. So buckle up. Some of y'all gonna be in a world of trouble, boy, when y'all get my age. Some of y'all gonna be in a world of trouble. Some of y'all gonna be in a world of trouble, boy. I'm talking about y'all gonna be in a world of trouble. Y'all gonna have no assets. And you're gonna be 70 years old working. Some of y'all gonna be in a world of trouble. A world of trouble. Guys, you need to get serious, man. Some of y'all in the chat right here, man, y'all just need to stop, man. Some of y'all just need to stop in the chat, man. It's just ridiculous. I mean, let me, here's one right here. Here's one. I mean, y'all in here fighting with each other, not fighting with each other, but in here at each other about what? I don't even know. The investment house get paid. Okay. So here's a billionaire. Let me give y'all an indication of one of the billionaires. Let me see here. The investment house get paid from the spread between the bid and the ask, and from the payment from order flow. Okay, all right. Well, maybe you are a decent guy. Crafted Brews. Maybe Crafted Brews is a decent guy. Maybe he does know what he's talking about. Let me find one of the billionaires. Okay, I'm done with y'all. Y'all have got me off track here. All right, let's move on, man, so we can wrap this thing up. Let's move on. So the Dow, what happened yesterday in the stock market, guys? I'm gonna leave the chat alone. I'm gonna let the chat do what it do. Y'all are funny, man. Y'all so funny in the chat. Some of y'all in the chat just so funny. Don't listen to nothing. Just in the chat. This is so funny to me. So here we go. Here's the headline from yesterday, CNBC. Dow closes more than 450 points higher as Powell signals rate cuts are coming. Wow, that's great. Stocks rose Friday after Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell indicated interest rate cuts were on the horizon. The Dow climbed 462 points to 41,175. We're over 41,000 again in the Dow. That's good news. NASDAQ was up 1.47% to 17,877. S&P gained 1.15%. Back over 5,600 points, guys. We closed at 5,634. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Stocks took a leg up Friday morning after Powell signaled decreases to interest rates ahead during a speech in Jackson Hole. So we know that. That's all good news. Technology stocks rallied with particular strength as investors grew hopeful that a lower rate environment would benefit this group, and it will. I keep telling y'all, lower rates drive up the stock market. It drives up assets, right? Notably, Tesla and Nvidia jumped more than 4%. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Small caps jumped 3%. And I was telling y'all yesterday, what you should be thinking about and positioning yourself for is this. Go find you some companies that benefit from low interest rates. Now, that's my opinion. Now, that ain't my advice. That's not financial advice. What I'm telling you is go look for companies that benefit when when interest rates go down. Look for those companies now. What companies come to mind for me? Home improvement companies, Lowe's, Home Depot. They're going to benefit for rates going down because now people are going to go borrow money to put a new kitchen in. They're going to borrow money to build a patio deck. So when rates come down, consumers borrow money. And when consumers can borrow money cheap enough, they go take that money and they buy something with it. So retailers like Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, any of those types of places will benefit as rates come down. Who else benefits as rates come down? You go look at mortgage companies, lenders. Certain mortgage lenders will benefit. People in the real estate industry will benefit when rates come down. Why? Because people want to buy homes. So what you want to do is you want to look at companies that potentially will benefit when rates come down, and then you can be ahead of that. Before rates come down, you get ahead of it, right? So think about that. That's just a little FYI. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start next week when I get back home. I'm going to start looking for companies that may benefit big time from rates coming down over the next couple of years. And I think I'm going to take carve a small part of my portfolio out for those type of companies, which is different for me because I'm a tech guy. I like tech. But I'm going to go find some other companies that may benefit from this reduction in interest rate. I just think it's a smart move for me to get ahead of this thing and just carve off a part of the, maybe carve off 2 or 3% of the portfolio and move it into companies, cyclical companies that will benefit when the Fed start reducing these rates. I think that's what I'm gonna do next week, and I'll probably talk about that more on some live streams next week once I start diving into it next week. But that's one of the strategies I want to use to be able to diversify a little bit and not be so heavy in tech, but diversify in some other industries a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna still be heavy in tech. I'm gonna still have the 900-pound gorilla because I got 11,200 shares. So I'm still heavy in Nvidia. I'm still heavy in SPLG. I'm still heavy in FTEC. I'm still heavy in the Mag 7. But I'm heavy in tech, and I'm heavy in mega cap. I'm heavy in hyperscalers, semiconductors. So I want to pivot a little bit and move some of those dollars. Matter of fact, it won't be any of the dollars that are already invested. What it will be is incoming dollars that I'm making from this high income skill set that I make money on every single month, right? I'll take some of that money and start moving that into some of these companies that will benefit from a reduction in interest rates. And I think I'll start with I'll start looking at Home Depot and Lowe's. I'll start there because I know I've been reading over the last couple of weeks. They've been suffering a little bit. But I know great companies like that will come back and they will thrive when interest rates come down. So it may be an opportunity for me to slide on in there and pick me a few shares up. And then when rates come down, I think potentially they got an opportunity for the stock price to go up a little bit. So I'll look at that. Maybe look at some mortgage companies. I'm just gonna go out and do some research and find out what industries really do well when interest rates are lower. And then I'll start at that level, and then I'll work myself down to individual companies. So I'm gonna start at the industry level and then weed it out and then shake it out and work myself down to the company level. And then pick the best of the best, and those I'll stick in the portfolio and just let them sit there for two years and watch rates come down. So I think that's what I'll do just to make sure I don't have everything into tech like I currently have. And I'm not worried about tech because I know tech is the future. You can't stop progress. Even though we may say we're gonna stop progress, you can't stop progress. You can't stop progress. And you know, and I know a lot of people think, oh golly, these big companies, they're gonna stop buying this, they're gonna stop buying that. No, they're not. They can't afford to. If you ain't first, you're last. Come on, man. At this level, if you're a hyperscaler, I mean, if you're Google, how in the world do you let how do you let how do you let Amazon, Microsoft, IBM, Oracle get ahead of you in the cloud services provider space? How do you let that happen? You don't. You can't afford to let that happen. People are just, I don't know, man. People just be, again, we got these billionaires in here in the chat. They made their billions in soybeans, not in tech. Soybeans. They're soybean billionaire. All right, man. Listen, we're going to wrap this thing up, but I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of how the market closed on Friday. Closed up, closed good. Nvidia at 129 and some change. Just a hair under 130. Now, I went on the record and said I thought it would be 135 by Friday. We got to 130 basically. So it didn't quite hit my number, but it got close. I'm okay with that. Because again, I'm no expert here. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It got to 130. I can live with that. What is my prediction for next Friday? Here's my prediction for next Friday. My prediction for next Friday is somewhere in that 145 to 150 range. That's where I think we end up at on Friday. 1 week from, well, not 1 week from today, but 1 week from yesterday. I think by next Friday, and what date is that? Let me find that date for you good people. The 30th. So by August 30th, I'm going on the record and saying that I believe by August 30th, Nvidia will be somewhere between 145 and 150 per share. So if there are people out there that are hanging on the fence, straddling the fence, thinking, maybe this thing will go back down to $100 a share. It could. That's a possibility. But I wouldn't hold my breath. I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. not after earnings. I don't think earnings go sideways. I think earnings go the right way. That's just my prediction. I could go sideways. I don't know. But I'm in this thing for 10 years, so I ain't gonna let no setback bother me. I'm just gonna buy more. So if it do go down to $100 a share, I'm just gonna buy another 3,000 shares of it. Yep, I'm just gonna keep buying it. I get myself up to 20,000 shares like old Pelosi, like old Nancy got. I need to get me 20,000 shares like Nancy. I can get me 20,000 like Nancy. I'm in good shape. I can get 20,000 shares like Nancy. Now, 11,200 is enough for me. But if this thing go the other direction, and I can pull a Nancy, I'll pull a Nancy. If it get cheap enough, I'll pull a Nancy. But for right now, we're gonna stay where we're at, which is about 11,200 shares. We're not gonna move from that right now, and we're gonna go ahead and watch what happens next week. You guys know we'll be watching this all the way through next week. So be prepared. Get yourself in position. Like I said, some of you folks that want to be in position for this comeback rally that is happening in the stock market right now, put yourself in position, right? Get down in the description box. Go ahead and get yourself up to 20 free stocks when you open up a new Mumu brokerage account. You put $100 in that Mumu brokerage account, they're going to give you 8 free stocks. You put $1,000 in that Mumu brokerage account, they're going to give you 20 free stocks. So for all you folks that are looking to change something in your financial life, get down in the description box and click on that Mumu link and open up your Mumu account today, and send me an email through the website, www.richardfain.net. Let me know that you've opened your Mumu account, you funded your Mumu account, and then I'm gonna go ahead and send you some tutorial videos to help you learn how to use the brokerage app, and then from there, you're ready to go. Then you just gotta go ahead and execute. And again, don't be taking no advice from these soybean billionaires that you got in the chat. They built their billions in soybeans. Soybeans. They're not tech guys. They're soybean, not the stock market, but soybeans. So don't be listening to these people in the chat, these soybean billionaires. Well, I know they got big boats and big planes and all that stuff, but it's from soybeans. Now, if they want to give you some advice on soybeans, you come to the right, take advice from them if they want to give you advice on soybeans, but do not take any advice from them on anything else other than soybeans. Don't take their advice for nothing else other than soybeans. Now, if you want to learn something about soybeans, then you got a couple billionaires in the chat. They can help you because they're soybean billionaires. But if you want to learn anything about the stock market, if you want to learn anything about building wealth, guys, trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust your gut feeling. Get yourself around people who can pour into you. People like I have over in the private mentorship club. We got 1,000 wealth builders. We got 1,000 Nvidians. Okay, I can't say 1,000 Nvidians because I don't know everybody over there is, but we do have 1,000 wealth builders over in the private mentorship club. And a lot of those wealth builders are Nvidians. And they are patiently waiting on that rocket ship to take off, just like I am. And we believe it'll take off. So I believe on August 28th, in the community chat, we're going to be throwing up virtual high fives. We're going to be throwing up virtual high fives in that community chat on August 28th, after the market closes. I think they're coming out. I don't know what time the earnings call is. Could be 4:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30, one of those times after the market closes, Eastern Standard Time. By 6 o'clock in the community chat on August 28th, we're going to have a party. We're going to be having a party. And we're going to carry that party all the way through till we get to financial freedom. We're going to be having a party because I believe, and a lot of us believe, the stock market goes higher. Nvidia is the most important stock in 2024, in my opinion. Their earnings report, Q2 earnings report, is going to be the most important earnings report in 2024. I am continuing to put myself in position on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm going to look for more opportunities to deploy money into paper assets. I won't be buying Nvidia because I've already got enough shares of that right now at the price it's at right now. I don't need to buy anymore. I'm just going to let the 11,200 shares I got, I'm going to let them go higher. But I'm going to be out looking for some more opportunities Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday if I can just catch me a low-hanging fruit. Just catch me a company that's low-hanging but could explode after Wednesday. So I'm gonna be looking for me a couple of those next week. I think there's some opportunity out there, so I'm gonna be looking for those. And I would ask you guys to be looking for whatever you can look for. Look for something that's a low-hanging fruit that you can grab some net worth from off this potential run we're getting ready to have on the 28th. So think about that. Think about that. What are you guys willing to do? What are you prepared to do? What are you willing to do? What are you prepared to do? You got to answer your question to that. I'm not a financial advisor. I cannot answer that question for you. I cannot answer that question for you, but I want you to answer it. I want you to answer that question. Are you going to be putting yourself in a position to win and win big? I believe you should, but that's just what I believe. You got to go out and figure that out. We're here to help you. Get yourself over in the private mentorship club through the website, www.richardfain.net. Join the private mentorship club, the wealth builders, the Nvidians. We would welcome you there with open arms and be a part of this financial community, fastest growing financial community on Patreon. Second link down in the description box is my website address. Also, guys, remember for me, do me a big favor. Make sure you go over to the Instagram page. That's down in the description box as well. Richard Fain Millionaire Mentor Instagram page. Do me a favor, get over there, check it out, and follow me on Instagram, and then send me a DM to let me know you're rocking with me so that I can say thank you. I really would appreciate y'all's support on the Instagram page. I would really appreciate your support on the Instagram page. So if you can do that, please do that for me. Also, guys, the last go around this weekend, hey, get that Mumu account set up. Get your transfer already in the queue. Get yourself set up. Go down to the description box. Click on the Mumu link. Get yourself up to 20 free stocks. You put $100 in, you get 8 free stocks. You put $1,000 in, you get 20 free stocks. This is a limited time offer. I believe that offer will be over August 31st. So limited time offer, don't delay, act today. Get down in the description box and click on that Mumu link and go get that free stock, go get that free money. And guys, again, check out the Wealth Builders through the website. Come join us. We're waiting on you. We'd love to have you over there. Well, guys, have a rest of a wonderful Saturday. I'm going to get ready to get on out of here and get ready to go over to the University of Colorado and hang out with my big homie, Coach Prime. I may do a little bit of Instagram content over there because they got a beautiful stadium, man. And that stadium, the backdrop on the stadium is the mountains. It's sick. It's sick. So I'm going to get on over there and hang out a little bit over there and then go grab me some lunch and then just continue moving through my day, man, and try to get some real estate in too today. Go look at some real estate if I can. Looking at some properties up here. So I'm going to go check that out as well. Like I said, man, you guys take care of yourself. I appreciate you. I'm going to be back tomorrow morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Nvidians, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Wealth Builders, I'll see you guys in a little bit over in the community chat. Guys, have a wonderful day. Do something nice for yourself. Do something nice for others. And just make sure you're in position. Don't miss this great opportunity to build wealth. Just make sure you're in position, okay? Appreciate y'all, man. Lock it in with a thumbs up before you get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to go enjoy Boulder, Colorado right now. So lock it in with a thumbs up if you don't mind. Thoughts become things. You can see it in your mind. You can hold it in your hands. You guys keep chasing your greatness. Never stop believing in yourself. Stay healthy, get wealthy, and I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.